How you feeling so far about game number one?
Doing great, excited. Been waiting a long time to get to this moment. So,
Mecca, you also did a good quarterback. Just kind of describe the challenge and trust for the program, kind of energized and everything you've learned in the Akron school. Just coming here, learn everything about this place, gain the trust of people like you. How has he become? Not an easy process.
well, I'll say this much: you wouldn't know it was a challenge just by looking at him and just the way he carries himself. Very professional, but also very down to earth. Someone who kind of comes into the huddle and takes command, gets the offense settled. So he's really used his seniority to be able to make an impact here and a good impression on everyone. So I'm excited to see what he does for us this week one.
I know he tweaked his mechanics. How different is he as a passer from the spring
I'm not really sure because it's hard for me to really know what's going on in the quarterback room as far as his mechanics go and stuff because you run a route and you turn around and the ball is just there. You don't really see what led up to that moment till the ball was released. But when you look on film, you could just tell his mind's in a better spot. He's more clean with his reads, and he's just on point.
What's it like to be in the huddle again? I mean, Will was talking about, he gets to sort of like talk to you guys maybe a little bit, stuff, almost like classic football and stuff. What's your sense of that?
Yeah, I like it. We get a chance to be able to communicate before the play, kind of get our minds right before everything. And as a quarterback, it's his job to make sure he comes into the huddle and takes command of it, and it's kind of a field general for everybody. So that's kind of what we're feeling for Will. He's took tremendous command of the huddle, and we're glad to have him at the helm.
What's it like being the old man?
I mean, it's a huge honor for me just to be able to kind of look up to the guys who were in the room when I was a freshman and sophomore, and kind of see how I've matured and developed into this new role. I always describe it as the torch being passed down, but that's truly what it is. So when my time is done, I'm going to hand it down to the next person, and they're going to continue to keep this legacy of what Zone 6 is.
Did that leadership role come easy for you?
I would say so. I feel like I've been a natural leader my entire life. I've got tremendous confidence from my parents in the way they carried themselves and the way that they raised me. They raised me to, not be afraid to speak my mind and show people the way. So I try my best to be a leader in everything that I do.
What's been different?
Emeka Egbuka leadership style?
I would say mostly lead by example. I just feel if you do everything the right way, it's going to rub off on people eventually. And I would also say that you kind of have to understand who you're talking to. Certain stuff makes different people tick, so you gotta know your guys. If you got to get harder on somebody to make them go, or if you got to kind of relate to them and pull them aside, have a talk. So I think that all goes into leadership, and you have to be able to. That has to be a skill that you have to be able to develop.
What's been different about Coach Day now that he's a true head coach? He's given up the play calling duties and all that stuff. What's been different about him?
I wouldn't say too much has necessarily changed, but you can tell he has tremendous trust in Coach Kelly and what he's going to do in the kind of the schemes and everything that he's brought into our program. So the fact that he has such confidence in him and his play calling ability makes us tremendously confident. So Coach Day has always been Coach Day, and he's going to continue to stay that way. But I'm glad he's able to focus more on what he needs to focus on.
How does Caleb Jones affect the passing game?
He's kind of a field general in a sense, kind of the quarterback on that side. A lot of people may think it's the Mike linebacker, and we have Cody Simon who does that as well. But Caleb's kind of that for our secondary, kind of make sure things are clicking on all cylinders. And he's just a very cerebral kid, very smart, and he's able to kind of take control of the defense. So make the right calls, make the right checks. So he's definitely annoying for the offense to deal with, but it makes us better.
Does it impact you in any way where you are, wherever you are? Do you have to worry about where he is? You know where he is?
I would say it impacts the entire offense. It's not like, we're not oblivious to the fact of the caliber of player he is, but, as an offense, you come out and you expect to execute on anybody who's lined up across from you. So.
Mac, your first catch was against Akron way back when, 2021. Is it fitting that this is the first game you're playing this season?
Yeah, I never really thought about it like that, but we definitely come a long way since my freshman year. Thankful to the Lord that He's kept me all these years and kept my head on straight and allowed me to develop into the person that I am now. But coming full circle, it is a really surreal moment to be in my senior year playing against the people I got my first catch against. So it's really cool.
What do you remember about that catch, that 85?
I remember Kyle getting yelled at. It was a ball he was not supposed to throw, and I also remember getting pushed out at like the 1 or 2 yard line. So that's kind of a bittersweet memory, but it was a great memory nonetheless.
Do you think you should have scored?
I mean, I have to say yes. If I don't think I should have scored, I don't think I should be playing football. So.
What have you seen
Emeka, how have you
in this camp so far? I mean, where's he at in his development compared to where you were at the guys you've seen at that point in their career?
Who's that? Mylan. Mylan came in. He kind of has all the intangibles of a receiver. You can tell he just loves the game, the way he goes about his business. He runs every route to perfection. He's a very cerebral kid, and every time he gets on the field, he expects perfection. So he's just got to continue to develop, continue to work, and I'm really excited to see what he's able to do for us.
Emeka, how have you seen Jeremiah Smith grow over camp to be able to for this opportunity to start on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's no secret that he has all the physical capabilities that you would want at a receiver. Really, any position he could play any position on the football field with his athletic ability, but. So a lot of it for him was putting together the mental piece of the game, not just understanding what he has on a specific play, but the whole concept, understanding defenses, all that type of stuff. So there's nothing really that can get you ready for that moment for your first snap in college because it is different than high school. But once he gets acclimated and gets used to it, I have no doubts he's going to take off for us and do tremendous things.
And how have you seen Faith continue to bring the team together?
Yeah, I mean it's been a huge part of everything that we've done. Been a huge part of a lot of the reasons why the seniors came back and everything like that. So we have a team Bible study that we continue to do and continue to grow. We kind of just preach the truth of the gospel to the guys on the team. And it's definitely permeated throughout the team throughout the years because, looking back a couple of years ago, there wasn't that many people on the team heavily into their faith. And along came a couple of special people who really changed the dynamics of our program. But, in the Bible it says one man plants, the other man waters, but God ultimately brings the increase. So we're just trying our best to stay obedient to the Lord, and he's done tremendous things.
Who are those two special people you just mentioned?
I would say kind of the founders, I would say, of the team's faith. Were definitely Master Teague for one, Cameron Babb, and Xavier Johnson. So those guys.
What do you view as your responsibility as a captain?
Really, what I view my responsibility as a captain is just as a person in general is to push everybody closer to Christ. And by doing that, I try to walk as close to Christ as I can myself, and kind of be that example and be that light for people to look up to. And I think all the basic principles that are found in the Bible, and when you're trying to pursue Christ, will naturally make you a better leader, a better person, better football player in a sense. So I just try my best to emulate him.
I know rule number one, football is never
Mm-hmm.
but victory and sweep. But the fact is, when you're playing the first title rivals, not played in Spain, Oklahoma, whoever it might be. This is a talented team, it's a veteran team, it's a mature team. What kind of challenge is it though to use these first 3 games especially for everything that you can get out of it, not yourself complacent, not go up there.
Yeah, I mean, we have specific goals going into every single week. Some of our goals for this week is, things can get sloppy in week 1. You see it all across the country. False starts, penalties, all these type of stuff. So we're really just trying to be clean, go out there, play a fast, complete football game, clicking on and firing on all cylinders. So by no means are we underestimating any opponent. We go out there on the field every Saturday expecting to blow out whoever lines up across from us. So that's just our mentality. So we're going to hold true to that. Yeah, very, very unserious guy, very funny guy. Kind of lightens the room when he walks in, and he's a true joy to be around. You can kind of throw Will into any setting, and he's going to get along with everybody there. So definitely up the team chemistry in the locker room. We love having him around, so we're super glad he's part of this team.